Hello, I am going to say hello and welcome. Yeah, I am trying to sort of, I think I'm going back to what I used to always do, which is to sort of just say hello, and the last few minutes will be the catch-up stage. It's going a bit strange, the way that it's actually doing things at present, so still too close to the, that's better. Right, let's just fill that up. Yeah, I think it's confusing more than it is not. So yeah, I've changed this to this. I'm quite happy with this at the minute. It is a form of metal. You can see it, but only when you get closer. I don't know whether I've got it a little bit too small, because it was, yeah, you could see. Oh no, that isn't the right. Yeah, I have. No, that is the one I changed. Because no, it's not. I'm confusing myself. I think I have changed it though. I have the tiny silo, as I've called it, which is also a production, and it would be this one. Yeah, I have. I've changed it completely. You can't see through it anymore, but I do quite like this. It's quite unique. So yes, that is going to be the tiny silo as is. Oh, I've got to grab the. Yeah, I've still not quite managed to do all the things. I've been tweaking lots of mods today. Literally lots of mods. I've got the new BI Industries icon on. The black, some of them might be subject to a little bit of change. That black square around it, really, that's me doing something a bit strange to the decal. But yeah, apart from that, most of them, I'm not happy with that. But it's not quite what I had in mind, and I was unsure what it would look like. Actually, that's better than I thought. It does actually look quite nice. So yeah, that's not too terrible. I think I've broken a couple of things. Yeah, this has got the new BI Industries on as well. And yeah, that's not too terrible. Yeah, I'm trying to get the new icon out there on nearly everything, really. And some of them I've plastered it on the old one, like that one. So I was a bit unsure what it would look like. It's not too terrible, but you can see the black going on top of it. So I may tweak a few things, because sometimes I literally did everything one after another, after another, after another, after another. I'm pleased with this, but I have been mucking around with it though. I put the doors back in certain places. They won't open, but they will be on, and it's not the end of the world. It is true. I was sort of trying to think, I put those BI Industries back on the actual silo itself. I never put these doors on, like I said, as almost yeah, there must be a way to do this though, but it could be what I said, that Bernie did do it a bit differently, and if it was a normal silo, it's still classed as a building, you can get away with it. But I thought, well, I can live without the doors opening and closing, really, and we know in the real world they would, but I've got the limitations of the game, or I don't know how to quite do this properly yet, where I'm doing this as well as that, because it's basically two models in one, which you can do, because I've seen other modders do it, but it's like all of these little secrets that you don't know how to do something quite right, and then you keep on plodding away, and then one day you get that eureka moment where you actually get it all to work exactly as you wanted it to. So we've got, the main thing is it's a silo plus a building for a reasonable amount, and it's also got a solar panel on it. So I'm quite happy to put it out there as it is. The doors will not open, but it is a production silo, and that really is sort of, you're losing one thing to gain something else. That's still a bit, yeah, ooh, it is a bit. Let's try and fix that. Yeah, well, we are going to earn a lot of money. This is I really like this bit, the stage where we're going through the winter, because you've done all that you humanly can do. I'll just go out a little bit more, I think. Just go underneath that like that. Oh no, I hate that when you do that. You just let go for a second and it goes completely wrong way. I think that's not too terrible. Now what I've found is if you don't go out far enough, when you soften, it goes underneath again. So you've got to really go out further than you really would want to actually get this to work. Otherwise, when you soften that edge, it makes a right mess of things. So you've got to come out further than you actually would like to, really. And then when you do the soften, because it does take quite a bit of the edge off of it, and it makes it look alright, it doesn't make a right mess of that, because you've got to sort of drive up at an angle, otherwise it really is quite messy and you bash into it. So you sort of often have to go out further than you would really like to. Why is that suddenly dropped into the ground? I'm not tweaked that. It's lost its collision again. It's doing that weird thing where it goes into the ground. Oh, it is thick. No, it's just thick grass. And it is also on a hillock. It's strange how when you can't... Grass has always been a bit of an obscurer. Yeah, so this is the session where I really would love to get through. We've done all the work, and we did do a lot of work, I've got to be honest. And we did work that extra bit so we could get the digestate, so as we could get this to actually work. Switch your engine off, you're a bit of a noisy. Yeah, and so... no, that should be alright now. I'd imagine that's totally filled. No, didn't need to... It's been one of them days, it really has today. It's been a fantastic day. I've been out with the family. And I came back in and I'd started this with the BI, the new like things on everything. Now this had already got them. There's a few mods that I had and I thought, you really need to like get things right. So I've like got everything. I've still got... This is one of the first where we've split the production things over here. I quite like it. It's working. I don't need to do any fancy pushing. I've done what a lot of modders have done where I've separated them, and yet we're not taking up very much more room than we did before, so I'm quite happy. I don't need to go... I mean, I don't mind. I would have liked to have done the animations, because once you've done it on one, being as my models are all the same, it would have worked for them all, but I don't want to do anything unnecessary. There's no point if you can do it a better and easy way. As like an administrator, one of Microsoft's rules is to do it with the least administrative effort. That's not really trying to say be lazy. What I'm trying to say is don't like jump through 9 million hoops when you only need to jump through one. It's really like don't waste effort when it's not necessary, and that's a bit like this. If you can by design make things a little easier, do that first. Then by all means do the rest. Yeah. I would have liked, I may in time, again, I am going to keep on plodding at this so that I hopefully do. I might actually do what I said and move that to where the white is, but then I suppose I am also going to stop myself to be able to go up there. I would actually like to incorporate that up there, and again, I can do it really. It is a physical model. It is possible for me to try to incorporate the actual bits up here where you can chuck stuff up here. Really, I just don't know how I'd do it. I think we'd have to do it from the inside. There's an awful lot of space up here, and it is obviously if I can physically come up here, I don't know what we could actually do to like bring something up here or whatever, because it really is space you could actually use. But you could do the storagey thing with the... Yeah, I think someone's already done it, but yeah, you could actually do the storagey thing. Looks like I've got no other way. We know I'm not going to kill myself, so yeah, let's just drop down. It's one thing I do love about Farming Simulator. No damage to myself when I fall out of a very high window. Right, so then, I think we'll have checked. Yeah, we did. I keep sort of... I think, no, because you've got like vegetables on so many Let's Plays at the minute. I don't really want to do that. We really have got to go through, and we're going to see what we do through the winter, because we've actually already started doing this already. As in, like, we've started the processes from our wheat and all the rest of it. We've got the grass done. We're making the digestate. We should now start to see quite a lot of produce being made over the months, and then when it's at its best, or when we've got enough of it, we will build our little tiny self-marketing place, and we will actually sell it. Yeah, we will. But there's no point in like me doing this a little early. Oh, we do need some actually. Yeah, all my life, the mega. Wow, for 24.3 meter for 68. We are on dollars. We are indeed. We want to be changing this as soon as possible. 2 fence. Beautiful. Right, so I want to be on English pounds. I believe we do anyway. Right, so then how much have we got in our... No, I was on the right one, actually, for once. Let's have a look at this, because it should tell me that I have got... Oh. Only 63,000 litres. Why are we, like, not making... Oh, I've got a awful lot of digestate. What am I short of? What have I... Oh, is the mineral... Does the lime taking all the stone? Perhaps. It could be that. Let's have a look. Have we, like, got no stones left? We haven't. That was my own fault. I knew it was going to fight with it. And the mineral feed lost. So we really need... I think it's... Yeah, we've got plenty digestate. Plenty straw and wheat, I believe. Yeah, water, wheat, 62 tons, straw, 264. No stones, grass. It's still working on that, but it's tamed out. I've still done 200 odd tons, so we do need some more stones because it's my own silly fault that I've actually slowed this down by doing what I did. So let's get, and also what is in the sales? Fence, 85, 142, 180. And that is actually the better of the two prices as well. So we will have one of them. We will. So let's go and grab some stones first. Well, for one, I would really like, yeah, we need a front loader, I would imagine, really, because we haven't got anything like that at present. And we can still sell some of our produce. We could afford the 2 fence then. And maybe sell the Challenger as a sort of trade-off. It has been a solid workhorse, but I'd sooner have those 3 and trade this if it's worth anything. If not, I'm quite happy to. It is a good tractor, good solid tractor, really. So then we want our self-marketing, which is in sell points. I do love this. This has become a really. It was a bit of a mistake that I actually came upon this really in the very beginning. Right, where do we? Can we? Where? Yeah, I think we own it. We do own it up here. It's just really. Oh, okay. I've found this before. No, really. Oh wow. That's the closest we can get. So perhaps we can do the same here. I'd sooner have it over here, really, if I'm honest. Ooh, there's a bit of jittering going on. What about over here? So we're not really. Aha. It's a little bit off the beaten path, but let's do a bit of painting. It will eventually settle down. I do like the concrete pebbles. I'm a bit partial, so we're going to do that, I think. I'll try and do it as one like that. Oh, it's not too bad if you do it as a single blob. Right, let's sell what we've actually got already. Mineral feed. And we may well be able to afford the 2 fence and part chop the Challenger. And not because I don't like the Challenger, I really do. I keep saying this. Massive fan of a front 3-point link, but I would like a front loader too, so there's got to be a bit of a sacrifice, I think, personally made for this. I think if we can afford to keep it as well, we will do. Really also do with a bigger. That's the one. We could also do with a bigger trailer, really. It's a little bit small side, but let's get this. Yeah, I was saying Monster and then I changed tack as I frequently do. Left hand side. Yeah, I'm really glad that I stumbled across this on Riverbend Springs. Obviously when I first began modding and I looked at it, and it's come a long way. It's nothing like the original mod that it was that Giants did. I tweaked it an awful lot, but it's still nevertheless. It did start that way, and obviously I fixed the field plane so you can actually see the things, because the Giants one hasn't got that at all, the same as their mark. It hasn't at present. I don't know whether that's. Oh, okay. No, we will do that, but I'm actually under the wrong one, aren't I? It's because I'm under that as well. Let's try that again, shall we? Let's see if we can avoid. Why has that gone off the... I apologise for the yeah, but I'm trying to angle this off. I am. It's sort of changed my fortunes, but I also think there was a lot of times in FS25 I really wanted to do self-marketing, and there were quite a few attempts by lots of different modders. Farmer Tom and also Matana did something similar, which I didn't quite grasp. That's my fault, not Matana's. She always does cracking mods, but it was sort of like it had to be left in a lot longer and it's slowly sold for a better price, but I could never work out, it was quite complex, or what it actually all meant. So it was a bit, yeah. Whereas this is simple. All it is you get a 50% markup. So like for the fact that you're selling it yourself, you are getting an extra 50%. It's as simple as that. There is no like strange way of like doing it or any convoluted thing. It's just fine for my little brain to actually follow. And the fault is, I'm not laying the fault at Omatana or anyone else's or Farmer Tom. I'm actually blaming myself. Absolutely, it's definitely me. But this I understand. This is simple. I get a markup, which is what you get in real life, and I think it's reasonable. And it used to have, not odds of the BI on this one. But no, I did have a look at this. I couldn't actually find out how I did it. There's got to be a diffuse for it that I've not actually found that I need to change. So we've done that for this time. We have now got 193,000. Are we going to buy that one? It's not. Yeah, I think we'll give that one a miss, actually. That we will buy. We'll go like to the biggest, 180. And we do really... Oh, no. I'm keeping the Fent green. I'm quite happy with that. We have got a beacon logo back box with passenger without rubber boots with. Oh yes, and there's also some really good things that have been. Please tell me I've got a front loader. We have excellent. We do indeed. Do we go for the power roller? Have we got anything? No, it's 350 horsepower. We haven't got nothing like that. So no, we will not do that. We will keep the present tractor. We've got one Fent that can be capable now of a front loader. So we will unfortunately miss out on that beautiful mega roll, but it is a little bit too powerful for us. So we're going to go through till tomorrow, where we will... all we've got is that one thing, isn't it, really? That's what we've actually thrown the marketing for at the minute. We need some stones. That's what we were going for, is it? Now, have we switched the lime off now? We don't want that. Yeah, we want to deactivate that because it's going to like steal the stones again. And I think we've got enough at present for like doing our field. So we do want exactly what stones. I think we'll put a couple of loads in. We don't need an awful lot, but we do need some. And this is obviously, we've got the digestates to crack on with this. But yeah, I've been looking around my medium tank and I've sort of broken it, but I knew I was going to break it doing what I did. I've put a second axle on it. I just need to tweak the XML so that I've got my second set of wheels and that type of thing. I'm going to go for that. So I still need to do like the Abbey's done. I was tempted to do, like to just grab the Abbey again, like the base trailer. I thought, no, you'll never learn anything if you like giving the easy way. You've got to do it yourself. You were not, I was nearly there. And then obviously I realised it was still a bit unstable. It's still a bit high. I still need to, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the same wheels that the Abbey has got, as in the size. But I thought also I'm going to take a leaf out of the Abbey's book by having two sets of wheels and small wheels. This is very similar. I'm going to try to go for the same size of wheels because it makes the trailer very low, but I also wanted a bit more stability, so it's fairly level. So I've done that. I've got two axles, two sets of wheels, so we can now go through till tomorrow morning. I'm glad the grass is growing again. I know we've not fertilised it. We can't do everything. It is true. And it was a meadow. It is a meadow. It still is a meadow. It really is as simple as that. Why are they growing on our... Oh, they're bushes, aren't they? They look completely different when they've been brown. Right, let's go through till... Yeah, I do this to myself every single time. I get confused about, did I look at the sales yesterday? You know, when you do month after month after month. I am a little confused. Yeah, easily confused as well. But let's crack on. Right, we really could do with a bit of light, couldn't we? Let's have a look. 107,842. The Lizard YT193. This is a strange vehicle, because it is a bit of a There's actually a couple of different models. One really, yeah, this is actually like a lorry, basically. Not a terribly slow lorry either, and it is electric, I believe, isn't it? Yeah, it is electric. 37 miles an hour, 9.7 tons, so it's a fairly hefty bit of kit. That's right. Not bad to have a trailer hitch on the back as well. It really would, for that kind of cash, assist us quite a lot, I think. I'm willing to give this a shot. There's also one that's like a bit of a lifter. Yeah, I think we will go for this one, and we'll keep it the colours. It's not terrible. Yes, we will. It's the interesting vehicle. Right, so then, how are we doing on our bits and bobs in here? Digestate is going down. Grass is also going down quite a lot. Have we got enough water in? Plenty. Straw's going down to. Stones are going down to. Mineral feed is 150 tons. So really, we could sort of do. Silage is like. Yeah, no, that's true. That's why the grass is not processing. Yes, of course it is. Right, okay, let's... Are we going to go and treat ourselves to a bit of a bigger trailer? Well, we have got somebody down there that can actually grab it. What I'm thinking is we could do with a bigger trailer anyway. There comes a time we've got the cash to do it. We have got some bits and bobs down at the... Let's grab this. Stick the lights on. And let's grab our bigger trailer. My go-to really when like, yeah, so it is, it should be the large, not, why have I got two in? That's the, yeah, it is in order actually. Yeah, it is this one. This is the normal Flegel. Oh, I have, yeah, not sure if I like that. We shall see. I might have to like tweak some of these. I knew some of these weren't going to quite work out right, and I was thinking I can't really see them to see what it would be looking like with that on. But now I've seen it, I'm not sure I like it. I'm not sure actually. It's not terrible. Yeah, I think it's not too bad at all actually. Right, so let's get that sold. Because it's all honest, we got the wheat, obviously the digestate from the grass, which the components which I don't want to do this all the time. I was thinking about this and I thought, oh, I don't want to be doing the self-sufficiency every single time for a business. But I thought, yeah, but sometimes a bit like this, you've got to go with what you're given, and we were given like wheat, and it goes with what we've got. So yes, yeah, sometimes. Oh, okay. It's not really what I was trying to do, but yeah, that was poor. That was me being in the wrong place. If I'd have actually been here, I wouldn't be able to reach that at all. I would only be able to reach in here. Brilliant. So 3 of these. Let's go. Apologies, that's a bit far out. This is going to bring in quite a lot of cash, to be honest. But that was the entire idea, and that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people, you sometimes have to roll with what you've got rather than with what you'd like to do. So yeah. Ooh, caught me a little. Yeah, my bad. Ooh, I'm well and truly jammed there. Straighten up through it, or I might jam. I hate this when you jam something up against it and like you've got to either excruciatingly or bring a telehandler in usually. That might work. That might work. Yes, I broke a couple of things, but I also fixed a couple of things, yeah. Always as you do when you start modding, you think, oh yeah, I've not... Why is this not tipping? Well, we tipped on this earlier, so why can I now not find my trigger? that's a little bit odd. It is. Do you know? Oh my life. It was working perfectly fine before. I've actually got the right thing selected. There's only one trigger and that's this side. Let me just check that I'm actually not going mad. Nope, definitely not going mad. Now I did it the other way before, but that shouldn't really make any bit of difference to this type of thing, really. Oh. It did actually. Oh wow. It's a little bit temperamental. I'm going to have a look at these to see what is happening. Sometimes it can be your levels. Did we do? Yeah, we did actually do B mode. That was right, B mode. Not B mode. It could be there. Giants do always warn you about that. Like, yeah, do B mode. And you do run the risk of things not quite being right. And they were not quite right. So we've got to be, it's a little bit finicky. Although I've got to be honest, it doesn't look terribly on level. Little tiny flicker. Right, okay, that's got to be. I always like to find out what did I do wrong there. Is it a little bit like? Does it need lowering a little? Is it a lower jobby? Just a tad. It seems that it is, and it is the merest hair's breadth. It's always about height. It's something I did discover in FS25 with Mack truckers, which first gave me a bit of an inkling that height is so important for your, this sort of like micromillimeters that actually do this. And if it's like out by a little tiny bit, it really flickers like that. It's far more important than you actually sort of think that it is, but it is. Yeah, I've seen it way too frequently. It's a little bit small, I've got to be honest. I think I'm going to have to look at the mod and make it a little bit bigger, to be honest, because that's a little bit temperamental. Again, it could be that it's like lower in that one spot and that everywhere's okay. Ooh, wow, 306,995. That is good. Now, how much have we got? Obviously, the main constituent that we've got on this is the wheat. How much wheat have we got left in this? Because that's the all-important thing, really. 26 tons. Stone's 28 still. Digestate's the other important thing. Got 146 tons. Wow. This is going to be good. It is, because obviously we've got the entire winter to go ahead, and we've got 306,995 pounds, and we've got another tractor too. I don't mean it funny, but that is quite amazing. And that's what I'm saying, really. We didn't have many options, but the one option we did have, we went with. And again, sometimes I've got to remember it's the realism, as in, like, you've got to go with the hand that you dealt is quite a common phrase in Britain. And it is true. It's not always in real life about, oh, that is beautiful. It's not always about doing what you would like. Sometimes it's about doing what you've got to do. That's not the same one, because it went. Oh wow. Now we've actually got one, haven't we? But that is a good price, actually. I hadn't realised there's a 16,000 litre one. Wow. I like that. I mean, yeah, it's about the same as the one I've got as well. The only thing I don't like, I never have liked about this trailer, is it's obviously a swivel axle. We've got one anyway that's a solid axle, so I'm going to keep that. And we will say no to that tractor. It is a little. We've got that in that same range. We've got obviously the one that hasn't got the front 3-point link. So we're gonna let's let the wheat. The wheat is gone now. So whatever mineral feed we've got left is it. So let's do that, and let's also switch that off because it is now finished. We cannot do any more. So the grass we'll do next year because we've got no room for any more silage. Yeah, completely filled. So let's get that sold. And we shall see how well we've actually done in total from our first year, which of course is not over yet. And we've only started in August. Obviously we were very fortunate that the previous farm manager left us with the wheat in the field. So and also the straw also is important, as was the field of grass that we moved to. Each one of those things was one of the, like literally enabled us to actually do the thing that we actually did. Yeah, so I always have to pinch myself because it is hard economy, and obviously we've sort of followed a very precise path, which has meant we've sort of earned very well. Obviously the self-sufficiency is making that would have really been about 50 odd thousand, so it's almost making up for the fact that this is hard economy, but we are not cheating. We are literally doing things also very much based upon, like woodwork in real life. So also the other thing is we ought to grab those like 2 mineral feeds there. That is quite amazing. I don't think we've got a lot left. We have got a little, so let's grab everything. So it is obviously our business. And we'll grab those other couple of tons, because once we've filled... Oh, now there's a point. If we've got mineral feed, well, we'll give it ourselves if the cheese. It should really, under old rules, should actually grab the mineral feed that's there. But we do know that in like FS25, again, I don't know what other rules Giants have done, it will destructively like replace what you've got. And sometimes when you've got a few thousand litres, so it's a little bit nasty, really. That worked okay, but it could have gone the other way, in which case I would have actually let myself for once actually do that, because it wouldn't have been fair. Wow, that is quite tremendous, and we've done that well so quickly. Yeah, this is another short run. It's to begin with. Here's a nice little map. I just wanted to show the map off, New Home. So we have already looked at the sales. We have indeed. And there's another little event. So we're going to go through till January morning. We've sold all that we can sell. Well, we could sell the digestate, but it's worth pennies. It's absolutely terrible. I'd sooner buy a fertilizer spreader, a slurry spreader, and obviously which is also a digestate spreader. Yeah, I would. I'd sooner do that than like waste it, because it's obviously got a value with that. So it's only for sorghum. It's a strange header, that one. Yeah, I don't intend on buying it just for sorghum. It just seems a bit silly to me. Right, let's go through till February morning. I think, is it March? I think it's April when the grass will be fully done again. But we really want to be like changing it over. I was hoping we might get a large tractor over the winter, because I think we could probably just about get away. Yeah, this was our lead tractor in Riverbend Springs, actually, the 180 horsepower Fen, and it did really do us quite proud. The Lizard Colossus, the Lizard Titan, and Poplar header. I do want to do poplars, but average enjoy, the Ross Smash 330. And again, we're not using a traditional baler, yeah, because if you consider the system we've chosen, I hope nobody's offended by it, though. I mean, that's one thing. I mean, it is a sort of, obviously there's it looks a bit magical, that's one thing I'm going to say, where it's picking the stuff up, which it's supposed to depict, obviously, that it would gradually pick the things up off the floor. It's a floor pickle, so obviously it is a little bit magical, but it is really doing the job of a windrower, a trailer, and a ground pickle all in one. So it's really replacing a baler, and also the need for you to have a specialist pickup equipment or a secondary trailer to put your bales on, and then you've got to lug them somewhere else. So it's sort of a very, very clean way of like doing what we need to do. So I'm very pleased. So yeah, there's nothing really in there that because of what we've just been speaking about, we've actually already got a baler stroke, windrower stroke that does all of those jobs, and we just need a standard trailer. And now we've got a 50 tonner that will also assist us, because although the 17 tonner is really good, I've got to be honest, I thought if I go for the big 50 tonner, that tractors we've got, they're not the most powerful. It's an awful long way for it to run to actually do what it did. Oh, now that's the kind of tractor I was like hoping that we'd actually get. And also that this can actually cope with this. Our harvester can cope with this. So we're going to treat ourselves to the Gen 7 by hands. No, we're not doing that. We will go. Ooh, I don't like the ring. That I really don't like that. We will do it. We're going to actually really treat ourselves to a nice beacon lights left, front PTO. Yes. Wow. Roof terminal. Yeah. No settings. Power setting. I've no idea what this actually means. I've no idea whether that's good, bad, or not. Yeah, the one thing we will do is, I'm trying to cure myself, but it just seems a little bit unnatural to have the Fendt with that colour, like roof. So yeah, I think we'll go for the traditional. And for 200,000, which didn't really take a massive chunk of change, we are going to need a plough. If we're like moving away from the grass, which we are, I'm not trying to do like grass straight away and like just replace it. We are going to need a plough. We're going to go for my favourite, which is the Black Sheep Modding. I'm also very fond of the Royal Christie for like those, and I am going to keep it red and black because I really do like that. And we're going to grab those two, and they can actually start ploughing this field. Oh, it's raining. Yeah, we won't do it in the rain. Definitely not. So we need to repair this. 7 course. Ooh, it's going from rain to rain again. So we may be waiting for longer than we actually thought. Beautiful. I couldn't have asked for it there. I was literally hoping we'd get some kind of large tractor. So 415 horsepower tractor. That is a bonus. Yes, so it's near the white things here. And repair. Speed time a little. We'll set the course. Got to be course play. Because the normal workers will not understand what it is. might have to modify the field a little. Let's just pick... Oh, has it lost CP1? No, you've got... No, it's not that. You've got to press your... Yeah, got to like go into the course. I keep forgetting it's a separate entity. So CP1... Yeah, you see it now. It's 12 metre, 3 headlands, any round corners, and generate. Imagine this is going to be a strange shaped field. It's just speed time up, try and get out of this rain, although I have no idea whether being raining straight after raining when this is actually going to finish. We'll have a bit of a look at the weather forecast for the day, which is that one. Oh, not too bad according to that. Yeah, I can see the weathermen here are just as good. It's beginning to sort of show the cloudy thing back. I'm trying to think. This is the only... no, not really. No, let's set this going at the first waypoint. We'd also need our accurate fields. Make sure that you did press it. Into fields you did. Go for the first. Where I need to like do that to release my mouse, and we don't want to see anything. We do want to go right, and we need to like we're going to have stones, aren't we? Did say a lot of this is all about us grabbing things. Ooh. Repaired this either. I just ran it straight away, didn't I? My bad. Let's get this repaired. We're going to need to buy a front loader. That's really took a chunk of change out of this, but obviously it would do that. We've got two beautiful fence, as well as our original tractors too. So, I mean, let's be honest, it was a very good price for such a mighty beast. Yeah, we've already done the front loader. So this, we're going to go for the 9 or the 6. I think I'm going to try to go for the 6. We can actually make some more line from this, can't we, really? Or just get ready for doing... I'm not going to want to do that again. I'm wanting to do another business now that we've actually done what we've done. I think it is here. I'm sure it is. Sort of, yeah. Action collect. Oh, I didn't even see what we collected, but hey ho, I'm not complaining. See, it always it does pay to read. I do like it. Yeah, now this is we need a front loader, obviously first. And this is something I knocked up myself. Not the front loader, I might add. Yeah, that's definitely the game's. Now then, we are... Oh, yeah, it is the biggie, 9,500. And are we going to do this? I like black because it goes with everything. Anything can have this. So 9,500. We then need something that I actually made myself. I've got the 9 metre one, but it really is a bit heavy. So I think we're going to go for the 6 metre, which you'll probably never fill that bucket, although... Yes, I've still got to fix that, haven't I? Yeah, it's 6,777. It is big. It is. It would contain it, but I've also made a weight for this. I think I changed its colour for some reason to green. Maybe, oh yeah, but the shop won't show it as green. It literally is black still. It is the biggie. Yeah, this one here. I thought I'd put the BI Industries icon on this earlier, but I obviously didn't. Yeah. That is a heavy weight. But we need it. If we're going to try to offset that, the weight of the stones that are going to appear in there, then we really do need a hefty beast. We could also see if our header is worth it. It's a 7.6. Now they can actually cope with a, I think the 9 is a bit big really for like this. And I think a 6 is more than adequate for this kind of job really. Although I suppose a 9 is useful, but ooh, why am I not getting? I do hate this when you make a hash of things. Right, I think it's more realistic for tazzing around like a map as well. 6 meters are still fairly wide. Yeah, it is. I think 6 is adequate, really. The 9's a bit of a beast. It is a stone picker, but it is also a bucket, hence the design of the like holes in it. It's, oh, now these in the way. Ooh, I did wonder whether this would like get in the way a little bit. So let's switch this on. I am going to time lapse this though. Yeah, I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. I think that'll do me. It's not working. Now, I've used this on Oak City, and it worked fine, but I did change it afterwards. But it sort of... I didn't change it fundamentally, so it shouldn't suddenly stop working like it is at present, where it's... You can see weird little things, like it's throwing rocks away, or things like that, so... Oh, no, I want to, like... Yeah, do that. You've got to unload it properly. Ah. Okay, well that's different. I've seen it do that before. I obviously wasn't quite in the actual right place. Ah. Now then, that's true. It's strange. Although it's a rock picker, if it tips it out onto the ground, it can't grab it back again. It's a very special thing. So that now needs picking up with the thing with the ground pickup. There is the odd little bit, but I'm really quite... It's a big field. I really didn't realise how big it was. I thought I was never going to finish. I've done some really big fields in my time, but this is a real monster. It is. But, I mean, also we've got 339,000, so I do think we ought to be, like, buying, like, more than just one. This is the end of the session, but it is possible. Yeah, it is a large field. It really is. I mean, it is obviously more than one, so... I'm trying to think, do we... Yeah, now that's a nice field. What is that there? That green... Is that a pond or something? Oh, now that's a nice one. And it is 280,000. That will do nicely. Yes, we will. That is our other one across the road. And it is, actually, strangely enough... Yeah, almost like that one again, so we will set that going. Yeah, it's true. The only bad thing is, again, one thing that I've always hated about this kind of map is the fact that you've got to, like, try and find out the edge of your field, so we will be needing to lease. I still think the best possible thing is to do what we did with the mower, which is to do a cut around the edge of your field and try and find out where it is. It's still like we did have to over there. It's a bit of a weird bit where that corner there was totally not. Well, there's only one patch though. That little patch, if you can sort of go down a little, there's only that green patch there, which makes no sense why that in that circle was right. So it's like that patch there's wrong, really, because it doesn't make any sense that you would get a field like that. If you look at that, you can almost follow the line. So what happened there? Something happened incorrectly. But I thought, well, you can't have a field like that where you're at. I had it on No Man's Land where there's bits, yeah, there's a couple, but not met. I think it's only, you know, I think I saw another one as well where I missed a bit. Not bad though, it is, when you consider how big this monster is. To miss a little bit, is it really important? Not really. Right, let's just do a bit of grass on that corner. I can see that I've missed a little bit. Yeah, that'll do me. Nice one. It's not perfect, but it's definitely better than it was. Yeah, so, yeah, no, I did. I sort of covered that. That was a bit silly. It got jutted out and stuff. Yeah, there's a bit there. That's it. I thought there was a second piece. Not bad, though. We've got all of it. It's a beautiful bit of kit. It is. But I say, I'm going to have a look to see why it's not quite right, and it's not quite working right. Like, it isn't. It's not quite at the minute. So then, can we stick this beautiful bit of kit inside here? Oh, we can if we don't do that. That's never a good idea. So it is a bucket though. You can grab. Oh, there's a point actually. That should have grabbed that off the ground as a bucket. Maybe you have to have it. Yeah, I've got to sort of see now. The quick lights to not be. Yeah, that's good. It's a bit. Oh, it's a heavy, very heavy weight. A 5-tonner. It's not like your normal, is it? Let's be honest. Yeah, I thought I'd actually put my. Yeah, you can see by the deformation of the tyres. It really is very, very heavy. Ooh, wow. You don't very often see a tractor like that. Sort of rolling backwards. I know it's not the heaviest of tractors, but it's still a big-ish tractor. So yeah, that's that done. Yeah, I really was a bit of a mistake. I was a bit tired. I shouldn't really have carried on with doing the field, but I thought, oh, you've started it now. You're in a time now. Let's just crack on and finish it. So we're going to do the same again, like next session. But I'm trying to think, what are we going to do? It is the month of March. What are we going to do? What businesses are we going to go into? And so what crop do we need to do based upon that business? That is the real question. I don't want to keep doing everything around self-sufficiency, full stop. I'm trying to think, because most of these are reliant upon... Yeah, there's no... Excuse me. So, yeah, the stone, I would imagine, is about a quarter of what I should have. Yeah, that little bit, it was like... I know that the big pieces are worth about 3 pieces of stone, and some of those stones were very large, and I was hitting about 3 or 4 of them, and it was counting 1, like it was losing stones, so something was definitely not right, like on that particular thing. So, right, so what are we going to do? Let's have a look. What are we going to plant that we can plant? Potato? No, Gordon Bennett. I don't think we've got a potato planter that's like big enough to do that. But you can do normal. No, you still need to make it a rice field, don't you, if you're going to do rice? We might do a rice field. I haven't done it in a long time, actually, strangely enough. Sunflowers. Again, that is actually using the self-sufficiency, but I'm thinking of like things that you can do with sunflowers. We could go oil. It's not the best, but I haven't done it in a while. Then we could do sunflowers and canola. It's not, yeah, it's true, I haven't done it in a while. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to need to it'll have to be leasing now, because obviously someone's just gone and bought a big field. So we're going to really have to do this as a massive sunflower field. So we need to grab a planter. So let's have a look. What are we going to like lease? Are we going to lease the Pilatus on my own, or... It's not a bad one, really. Not for... Yeah, there's multiple models, but yeah, and I've got the... Yeah, the BI Maxima. Did I change it properly? No, it's still the Coon version. I thought I'd actually changed this yesterday, actually, strangely enough. I thought I'd done the decals, so it should be alright. I've changed the price. I thought you can't have a 6 metre at 77,000 and then a 9 metre at 77,000. I thought, come on. So these are both... Yeah, I've taken the roller off, or I've hidden it. It's no longer visible. So I've just got the cultivator, which makes it a no-till, as it was previously. And I think this one's pretty much the same, because basically I put one on a Let's Play, so it was the fact that, yeah, this is obviously almost unaltered, but the other one is going to become the one that's like the real one. But to be honest, right now, I think they're about identical, because I was trying to make changes to one, but the other one was already on a Let's Play. So, yeah, we're going to lease one of these, I think. So it doesn't really matter which one, because they're both identical, I believe, right now. But I am going to go for the one that is going to become... So we're going to lease you for 3,966. And we're going to go grab that right now. Now, in fact, you will do. You should. Now, now that is a point. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to put up the horsepower requirements, because it is cultivating as well. Yeah, it's not just... Now then, nope. It is you, indeed. Yes, let's grab this down as well. Grab that. Yeah, we've got a little buy point, so we can actually... this won't really fit inside the shed. It's too big. Or will it? Because you have raised the doors and made the doors bigger, but I still don't think they're big enough for this giant beast to go through. I think this is still a little bit big. I'd be surprised. Oh, okay. I think that was more by look than judgment, but it sort of does actually go in there now. So that's not a bad thing, because this is likely going to be like one of those. Can I go through the walls? No, it's still solid. I have done a reasonable job on that. I think they often put the tops of like buildings a little bit like, because they want me to have a little bit of leeway, so that's not too terrible. Let's go grab that, and we will. Yeah, let's also do a bit of a. I mean, we don't really need a gas tank when you're opposite like you are with this. It's just a little bit quite amazing, isn't it? I do like the name, the gasket. Gasket. Very interesting. So I don't know what we actually grabbed. I didn't see what we were it was that we got that gave us 10,000. I just saw the collect. Now I wish I'd have seen what it was that I collected. So I have not a clue. So we want sunflowers. So yeah, we're going to need a sunflower header to lease it. Well, we might actually get one in between. You can't really like see. So we're going to do this. We're going to fold. Oh, sorry, we need to do that this way. Yeah, I quite like this. It's not a bad. Obviously, sort of now it does look. This particular model looks. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can see a similarity between this and the original, but what I mean is, the sculpting is enough different that you could think it's a different model. And that's what I'm saying about if you made a change to anything, considerable change, at that point it does become quite a unique object. And we want solid fertilizer, and we want to say you going. Fantastic. We have Farmer Girl, so yeah, we'll leave that going. We've obviously, yeah, it's just check it now. It's happy. We do really need to shift this. It's a little bit close to the edge of the field, and it's going to get moaned at. So yeah, let's just shift this a little bit further in. So we are, yeah. I mean, our equipment is actually blossoming, definitely. We are sort of, I'm quite pleased on the fields. That's 2 massive fields now. It's certainly a lot different from like, yeah, we've doubled our fields, and we've got like other tractors, 2 beautiful fence out of this, and obviously this trailer, and I mean, some of the equipment we've had for a long, yeah, we've also got the water tanker, the liquids tanker. Let's not call it a water tanker. It's a bit more than that. Obviously, we've got my other little flatbed over there. Well, it's not so little, but yeah. So we're not doing badly. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've got a lot of equipment missing. Yeah, this is probably going to need liming as well. So we're going to need to buy a limer before this grows, I would imagine. I would be highly shocked if it doesn't need liming. Yeah, you best to go off and come back on. It's a bit weird. Oh, okay. We actually don't need it to be limed. It's not needing liming. That's a bit special. It normally needs liming as soon as you unearth it. As I said, it is a brand new map-ish. So I do wonder if the stones are it or it is my machine. I'm sort of rusting now to try my machine on another sort of place. But I do want to do those for telehandlers too. I need to do a version for telehandlers and a version for wheel loaders too, or see if it can be made interchangeable. I've never done that, so I need to check that one out, because it'd be better if I did the same version for telehandlers than the same version for wheel loaders. I'll have a look at something that sort of is in all of them, like the Albert, and see what is what. But that is definitely the end of this session. We did do terribly well, I've got to be honest. Yeah, we're in March, gone all the way through the winter, earned a fortune, spent a fortune, and got quite a bit more equipment. We have, I mean, we've literally doubled our tractor base, and this is still not a bad sort of tractor at all. I would like to get the mower. I need to make one of my own mowers as well. I really do. I mean, I've actually designed one in Blender, based upon the bar mower, but I've also souped it up and put a cover over it, and I was struggling with it. It wasn't quite working right, if I remember rightly. It got bits where you could see through it, and it shouldn't have been, and I was trying to figure out why Blender, when it was a full model, why Giants wasn't seeing the full model, because it was missing tiny bits out of it. So I'll figure it out. I will. It's nearly done. But I also need to do the folding and the bending so that it can like fold and unfold and all that type of stuff, which that is not so easy. So yes, but it was quite a big one as well. It was, yeah, I was aiming for something like one of the 10-meter jobbies really, and I don't think I was aiming to do it as a windrower. It was just because it's a cheap and cheerful bar mower, but it's a bigger one. It's quite robust and quite strong, so it is bigger than they normally are because it is reinforced. Hence, it's got this case that literally holds it sturdily together. Whereas normally, it'd be a bit of a stretch to have much more than a 7. This is actually reinforced and strengthened so that it's not too terrible. Right, that is it. Yes. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.